What's up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy.
Back.
Here we are.
And it's Tuesday.
And we're actually here on a Tuesday.
That's right.
No cancellations, no life, no weird things happening. Just us hanging out with all of you. We're going to talk about some entertainment news tonight. The 106th edition of Random Fandom for the week of Tuesday, July. Where are we? July
the 8th.
The 8th. You know what the 8th is?
The eve of weird.
It's the day before the 9th, and you know what the 9th is?
It's weird.
Bigger and weirder.
Yep.
And we will be there. Of course, we cannot record while we're there. That would be against the rules. So we cannot bring you fandom coverage of Weird Al. But there will be photographic evidence because
there will be.
We get photos. So I'm super excited for that.
Oh, thank you, Adam.
What's going on? Legends of the North. Hey, I didn't know that we were that reputable. Are we that reputable?
I don't know.
Reputable.
Welcome, Sean.
Irrefutable.
Maybe.
Beautiful? I don't know.
Beautiful.
Less beardy. But that's okay. Hi to all of our friends here in the chat. Let's start. Let's go run down the line here. Zazel at the clubhouse. Hello, sir. Joe Fan 84. That's you, Josh, all the way down in Bama.
Yep.
Hey, Phantom Power. What are you doing here in the chat? Oh, wait, that was me. That's all right. And Adam at Go Figure. And wait, there he is.
Yes.
All the way from someplace else in New England. It's the Gazinator.
Yep.
I shouldn't say that. Doesn't sound right, does it?
Well,
just go with just Gaz.
Yeah. And Sean's here too.
Oh, Sean from just around the corner in the Peter Patch.
Mm-hmm.
How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everyone's having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? What? I drove all the way to Georgia and people asked about you guys. So yes, legends.
Really?
T-shirts probably helped.
Probably
T-shirts
didn't hurt.
T-shirt. No, they didn't hurt. I'm thinking.
They're good conversation starters.
I'm putting this out ahead of time because now we got a whole year's worth of time to plan, and you know what's going to happen. We won't think about it. RonCon will be here again.
Yeah, before you know it.
We need to come up with the 2026 official RonCon T-shirt sooner than later. I think we should do an iteration of the mascot, the chin. I think that's very cool. I think we should keep that going. I feel like that was a very successful part of RonCon was the T-shirts. And I feel like that identity. We need to keep that ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you think?
Oh.
We need to make the trek to Augusta. You know what? If I didn't have Niagara Falls in essentially the same month, I would have to give up one for the other. And because Niagara Falls is the big event that I do with my wife, it would require like a big lotto win for me to be able to do both of them. But man, Tiger Force RonCon. I love it.
We just add in a visit to the Toronto Zoo or something. or no Cat World.
Oh, I don't think I want to go there.
No, you don't want to go there.
I like it. And then what? The year after that, Night Force, and the year after that, Sky Patrol, and the year after that,
Marauders.
Renegades.
Yeah.
We can do all the themes. All right, let's get to the sad stuff.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
a
know
few that
what
was
was in
like
the air today or this past week,
punched in the
but
face quite a few times this
yeah.
past week.
So right out of the gate, we lost Kenneth Coley, uh, probably best known as Admiral Piet in Empire and Jedi, also in Life of Brian.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Little Monty Python
yeah,
for
died
you.
peacefully at his home in Ashford, Kent, on Monday after contracting COVID and then developing pneumonia on top of it.
Always the comorbidities that
Yeah,
that
there's
get you
always
with this
like
stuff.
and. That's according to Julian Owen, his agent, who also said Ken Coley was one of our finest character actors with a career spanning 60 years.
Yeah, man.
Did you know that he also reprised his role as Admiral Piet in the 2012 Lego movie Lego Star Wars The Empire Strikes Out?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he came back for it. So
Now, granted, I haven't been a big Lego Star Wars fan over the years. I have watched some of the recent stuff, like the holiday special and
Mhm.
stuff.
Did you watch the Rebuild the Universe?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I did watch
Nice.
that. You gonna tell me I died because I was sad?
Mm.
I know Niagara Falls. I know Joe Fest. Joe Fest. JoeFest. Joe Fest. I know, and it's
Uh-oh.
it's a good opinion. I can't argue that. It is a great opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It is
So
a budgetary thing.
yeah.
It is a budgetary thing.
But here, rest in peace, Admiral. We also lost Jim Shooter, comic book legend. He was the Marvel editor in chief through the 80s era, and he passed away at the
Yeah,
age of 73. He started writing comics at the age of 14 and got
like
picked up,
professionally.
got into DC.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Uh, it would be 1979, I believe, when he finally took over as editor in chief at Marvel. And, there was controversy. He didn't quite gel, I'm going to say, with everybody that he worked with.
Wow.
But he was always, he went to bat for freelancers. And there's a quote here from Bill Sinowitz, who drew Moon Knight and New Mutants during the 80s.
Yep.
Quoted as saying, he went to bat for freelancers in a way you don't see many people in the editorial roles do today. So, fighting for the little guy.
That's sad.
But, I'm mistaken. January 1978 was when he took over as editor.
78. Okay.
The ninth
Okay.
one so far. Yeah. But, yeah. Rest in peace, good sir. We also lost composer Mark Snow, who you may remember composed the X-Files theme, among others.
I can't do it. I can hear it. That's better than what I could do. That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Have an entire year to convince the missus about Joe Fest.
Yeah.
I wonder if she would go for that. Like, she would probably be up for like the road trip.
Well, it can be an eventful road trip.
Yeah, it definitely would be that. I don't know. I mean, and we are convention goers, so I'm sure she would go.
Yep.
I just the problem is I'm going to get the guest list. The guest list for Niagara. Those announcements will start coming. Actually, they'll be coming anytime. They've already got their mini announcements for their holiday edition out. Some of them already. So, not that I'm going to go to that. It's a one day thing that I'm not really interested in. But
fair enough.
They get me every year. There'll be the one person be like, "Oh," and I'll be stuck. X-Files was the best intro on TV history. I don't know about that.
It
Best
pretty
intro
damn
on
hard, though,
TV history
for 90s.
That's a great one. That's a whole show right there, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Road Trip Convoy.
There you go.
And we will be playing it.
More than likely.
We'll be playing that song. My wife came 2 years ago, and then on the Saturday took a trip to Savannah. That's cool. I like that idea.
You to look for Joes and stuff.
And stuff.
Yes.
And stuff.
But back here, veteran television composer turned the X-Files theme. It actually charted in the 90s.
Is that right?
It did. There was
How
a
did that
whole
come out?
album they released. It was called "The Truth and the Light: The Music of the X-Files" by Mark Snow. I was obsessed with that album in high school.
All right. Yeah.
It was. I listened to it on repeat. So good. Um, he also provided music for Ghost Whisperer
Okay.
and Blue Bloods.
I'm looking at those other ones because I watched those other shows.
Mm.
Music for Heart to Heart.
Yep.
TJ Hooker.
Yep.
And Smallville.
Mm.
Not the theme song.
No, that was Somebody Save Me.
Yeah.
But 15-time Emmy nominee and scored more than 200 episodes of The X-Files. So,
I mean, that is a very, very, very respectable run for anybody.
Yeah. But he is survived by his wife Glennis, 3 daughters, and 4 grandchildren. So condolences and yeah. This next one kicked me.
I was a little surprised at this one.
Michael Madsen passed away. Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, Hateful Eight, among others. Longtime Quentin Tarantino collaborator, has passed away from cardiac arrest at the age of 67.
It just goes to show you, man, that you just never know.
No, you don't. His manager, Ron Smith, told NBC that he was found Thursday morning last week. And is quoted as saying, "In the last 2 years, Michael Madsen has been doing some incredible work with independent film, including upcoming feature films Resurrection Road, Concessions, and Cookbook for Southern Housewives. And he was really looking forward to this next chapter of his life. He was also preparing to release a new book called Tears for My Father, Outlaw Thoughts and Poems, which is currently being edited. So it's I'm assuming done and now in the editing process, so it should see the light of day.
All right. That's good.
I'm hoping. Aside from being Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs, he's also in Kill Bill 1 and 2, The Hateful Eight, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Also had voice roles in video games too. He was Tony Cipriani in Grand Theft Auto 3.
That just seems on brand for him.
Yeah. William Carver in Telltale's The Walking Dead.
All right.
Dodd in Arcane's Dishonored. I never played that one.
I didn't play that, but it's on my. It's like a fantasy. If I'm thinking the right thing, it's the. My God, it's the same engine that runs another game. God, I gotta look it up now.
But he was also in the first-person shooter Crime Boss, Rockay City. Never played that one either.
Didn't play that one.
Yeah.
Didn't play that one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm behind on the.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You need to have an extra set of eyes.
I knew.
Oh wait, that's me.
Uh-oh.
Hey man, catch up with the comments.
Yeah, X-Files theme. It created an eerie feeling before the episode even started. Yes,
I will agree with that.
Yes,
I will agree with that.
Yeah. Gaz says, one guest that gets you, dude, Adam, Josh, me, the whole bunch of other
That's
will be
so
there.
true. That is
And
so
you can
true.
meet Wicked Eddie Oldtime.
I've already met him now, so that's off the list. That's off the list.
Right?
That's off the list. If I don't get a Wicket level celebrity next year for 26, then I could definitely. Gaz met his favorite celebrity on the steps of the lobby this year. Wait a minute. Do I dare ask? Was it MFer?
I don't know.
Was it MFer?
Maybe.
Adam knows what I mean when I say MFer.
Gaz says Madsen too. Damn.
Or was it what's his name? Captain Noodle Guy.
Captain Noodle Guy.
Captain Noodle Guy. Mr. Flaunt It and and don't care. I think he'll pick up on that.
Probably. Adam says Sin City, he was
both
awesome.
Upstanding people. Sorry, what was that?
Sin City, he was awesome.
Oh, Sin City. Yeah. He was MFer. Oh, did you punch him in the mouth for me? Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
See, I'm not actively looking for conflict, but that's one that I wouldn't walk away from. Oh, that's the best.
But but losing Michael Madsen is not the best. So
I'm sorry. No. Very
condolences to his
serious
family,
now.
friends, and
So
fans.
serious. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but his legacy will live
I'm
on,
so
and
sorry.
it sounds like there's going to be some more, material coming out posthumously, right? So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Mhm.
That's cool.
And then finally on our list this week, we lost Julian McMahon.
Ah, I saw that and I'm like, wait a minute. I saw him. I used to watch. My ex-wife was a big fan of Charmed, and that's my introduction to him is the boyfriend slash the husband on Charmed.
Nice. But he was also in Nip Tuck, the Fantastic Four 2005 film, FBI Most Wanted, and he was only 56.
Yeah, I mean that's like that's in shooting range of my age.
Apparently, he had been dealing with a private battle with cancer.
Mm.
So he is survived by his daughter, Madison Maddie McMahon, his father, Billy McMahon, and, condolences to them. But uh, what else was here for it? Alyssa Milano posted.
His TV wife.
Yeah. Julian McMahon was magic. That smile, that laugh, that talent, that presence. Julian was more than my TV husband. He was a dear friend. Losing him feels unreal. Too soon, too unfair. Rest, my friend. I'll carry your laugh with me forever. Forever Cole, forever Julian.
What did you think of him as Doom?
I didn't mind him as Doctor Doom.
I didn't care.
Quite like him?
I didn't care for it.
I don't know. He had the whole arrogance and the presence when
he
came into it.
I think the departure from the whole Latvian thing was kind of like
that was a bit of a offset, but
I'll take a fictitious country any day over some angry coworker.
Yeah.
To answer that question, Gaz, did something happen? Yes. Not going to talk about it.
Nope. Dr. Doom. That's right.
Not going to talk about
it.
I'll just say this. We won.
There you go.
We won.
I don't actually know if he was actually royalty.
I don't know that. That's a good question.
He was,
as in like legit royalty? Like
maybe.
I feel like I need to look that up. Do I need to look that up? Do I need? Oh crap! Hold on a second.
Just pulled his wire. Oh no.
This happens every once in a while. Where are you at?
Adam says he was good. The script was trash.
Checkity check. Oh, I'm completely cut out now.
Uh-oh.
I got nothing.
Oh no.
Stand by.
Now I get to talk while Wes tries to fix it.
Nope, it's not fixing. Oh, wait. Oh. Don't do that. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I'm back. I'll use the Gaz machine. I'll find it.
Well, Gaz says, hey, wait, you're Canadian. You guys are supposed to be nice to everyone.
Oh, we can be nice, but we don't have to be, pushovers either. Julian. let me just.
Not that McMahon.
Julian McMahon, royalty.
Dun, dun, dun.
Has a significant connection to Australian royalty through his father, Sir William McMahon, who served as the 20th Prime Minister of Australia.
Fair enough.
I did not know that. Born into the
And
family with a strong political background. His father's position as the Prime Minister and his mother, Lady Sonia McMahon, being a celebrated socialite and philanthropist.
Well, there you go. Royal connection.
The Lugal machine came through.
Lugal.
It always does. Adam, you were very kind. Yes, as my sounding board through that process. Well, between Andy and you, Adam. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, this is an interesting little factoid, though.
What?
Apparently, his final role was on Netflix's murder mystery series, The Residents.
Yeah.
And based on that, it's kind of a full circle moment because he played the Australian Prime Minister.
Oh, no way.
So.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That is funny.
But that does bring us to the end of our condolences section.
All right.
So, sucks that they're gone, but they will be remembered.
Of course, yeah. Be nice, Roadhouse style. Be nice until it's time to not be nice.
That's right.
And then you rip their fucking throats out. Oh, so sorry. But no.
That's quite a line, though.
I feel like we can put aside all of the sadness.
Because it's time to move on to not sadness.
And then we can flip the script and we can have some
Random Fandom Trivia.
It wouldn't be the same without it.
No, it wouldn't.
What do you got for us tonight?
Well, I got one for you.
Okay.
This famous Emma's real name is actually Emily. Is it A, Emma Stone, B, Emma Thompson, C, Emma Frost, or D, Emma Bunton?
I don't actually know the answer to this, but I'm gonna go with A because the formatting is off.
Oh, I forgot my tabs.
That's the only reason I'm picking that. I really have no idea. But if you have an idea, throw your answer into the chat down below.
I think that's the best answer right there. Adam got it. It's Emma.
Emma, that one. Emma Frost. Love it. All right, let's wait, do we need the sounder?
Yeah,
We'll run the sounder and we'll check back in a minute. Turn the mute off, Wes. There you go. Now we can all hear you again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's look. What do we got going on? We got answers from Adam, we got answers from Gaz, and that appears to be about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Adam and Gaz guessed C, Emma Frost. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The actual answer is, as you guessed it, Wes, A, Emma Stone.
Listen, I'm not I said I wouldn't talk about it. It doesn't mean that I won't show you what happened. And I'm just going to put this up and let you draw your own conclusions from it.
Oh, Sean coming in late with A. And there you go. But continuing on, Emma Stone.
I won.
Actually born Emily Jean Stone, born November 6, 1988.
Had no idea. 88.
Yeah. She's a baby.
That's what was 14 years younger than me.
Yep. Gaz says, what?
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Yeah. American actress, film producer. Accolades include 2 Academy Awards, 2 British Academy Film Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, and in 20.
Wait. 2 British.
Yeah.
Is she British?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, this
you'd never know from the accent.
So there you go. Once again, this just reinforces my position on British actors do North American way better than North American do British.
Fair enough. In 2017, she was the world's highest paid actress and named by Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
Yeah. What's Adam saying here?
There is a funny Emma Stone plagiarism story if you listen to the commentaries of the Rocker and the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Really?
I didn't know that.
We'll have to check it out.
What is she plagiarizing? Who's plagiarizing? What are we plagiarizing?
They pretty heavily
the movie
lifted pieces right from the issue where Gwen Stacy dies.
But that's not plagiarizing. That's adapting.
Paying homage.
I would think that there's some kind of like built-in clause where you can do that.
Probably.
Or take your comic book property and adapt it to a movie. No, dude, that's a wig she's wearing right there.
I don't know. You're telling me that Emma Frost really isn't an Emma. Next thing you know, you're going to tell me that she isn't really blonde.
Yeah.
No, actually, Emma Frost is actually Emma. So you're safe there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Emma Frost, the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. What's this one?
She stole a line from the Rocker and she used it in Amazing Spider-Man 2 and claimed that she wrote it. Oh.
Scandal.
Can't do that.
But anyway.
Can't do that.
You sent me this one over. I did not watch it until you had sent it to me.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Me neither.
But as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I'm on. I'm in. I'm all for it.
So if you folks haven't seen it, we have linked to it in the show notes, but the trailer for The Running Man.
They're remaking The Running Man.
Yeah. It's looking awesome. The trailer looks really good. the official synopsis from the YouTube channel there. In a near future society, The Running Man is a top rated show on television, a deadly competition where contestants, known as runners, must survive 30 days while being hunted by professional assassins, with every move broadcast to a bloodthirsty public and each day bringing a greater cash reward.
There is just enough, and of course, this sets it up quite nicely. It looks a little bit, minus the stupid lycra suits. It looks like the original movie. It tonally feels like the original movie, and I think it's going to be just a big, dumb, fun ball ride kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it's Glenn Powell.
Yes,
Glenn Powell, who's like on a meteoric rise right now.
Yeah, he'll be playing working class Ben Richards.
Same character, Ben Richards.
Yeah.
I love the one thing I love the most. No, not the most. One of the things I loved about the original was Richard Dawson as the slimy game show host, which wasn't far from the truth. For anybody who knows anything about Richard Dawson, it's kind of creepy. That character is now another actor, but there's an even bigger bad this time who's like the network executive.
Yeah.
And that's Josh Brolin. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, Josh Brolin too? So yeah, I am very much on board for this one. I watched the crap out of the original Running Man. I used to babysit once a week during the bowling season for my parents because they bowled with some friends, which meant that I watched the Running Man no less than, I don't know, 7 or 8 times a bowling season. I just loved it.
Nice.
You know, it was awesome. And plus they didn't have a whole lot on their VHS tapes. So that was one that I was interested in watching a lot.
Yeah, it says, isn't that Emma Frost the one from X-Men? Yes, Emma Frost was from X-Men.
That's the one.
Emma Stone, the actress, was in Easy A, Spider-Man 2, or Amazing Spider-Man 2, I should say. But yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the one.
Adam says, Running Man looks more like the one oil than the movie. It'll be fun.
I'm very excited for this one. Maybe more so than I should be.
It looks like it's going to be a fun movie, though.
But like again, like if this showed up on Prime Video next week, you know, and you did a double feature, this and the Roadhouse remake.
Yes.
If it's anywhere like what they did with the Roadhouse remake, I'm gonna have a good time with this. I don't need it to be like this super like crazy faithful thing to the original movie. First of all,
it's based on a Stephen
King novel. It's a short story.
Yeah,
it's a short story from Stephen King. So as long as you are in the spirit of that,
exactly,
it's okay. It's okay. But I do like that there's enough there, like the tubes. The tubes are totally a throwback to
the original drop
in the stupid sleds that they strap them into and drop them.
Yep.
Love it. I'm all for it.
Now it's just like a slide ride.
I'm all for it.
Canada's Wonderland. But Chris in the house from Cutthroat Comics.
What's up, Chris? Good to see you, man.
Says the best Running Man will always be Arnold. I'll give Glenn Powell a chance, though. Sean says, can't wait to see this movie.
Now the question is, will Arnold
make a cameo?
Get a cameo? Like, is he going to appear on like a television commercial playing something else?
Maybe.
What about?
Or have Arnold be one of the random people just taking a shot at him throughout the movie.
That could be as well. And then the other big guy from that movie, Sven Thorsen, who's been in a lot of Arnold movies. Will Sven Thorsen be in this one?
Maybe.
We'll see.
Gaz says, is Jesse making a return as Captain Freedom? Don't know.
Oh, wow. What's the last thing that he was in?
Oh, geez.
Do you remember him? The last film role?
I want to say the TV show Conspiracy Theory.
His reality show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Adam says, I want to watch The Running Man, but with Ben Grimm. Oh,
awesome. Yeah.
Arnold will always be the best Running Man movie. Well, we'll see. Adam says, just show my kids the original. They loved it. Holds up. Nice.
I agree. It's a lot of fun.
Zazel's back with us.
What's up, cool dudes? Actually, it is cooler here. We experienced a unseasonably hot period where we were hitting daytime highs of 40 degrees Celsius with the humidity. It was awful.
Chris says,
Jesse don't care about Hollywood no more.
That wouldn't shock me. Like, he's
Well, I mean,
since he went political and then
sure,
got
and
his
also
eyes open to the evil underbelly of the political world.
that's true. That's true. But also, I feel like at his age, what does he need to do? What does he got to prove?
Nothing. It's only a flesh wound. He ain't got time to bleed. But The Running Man will be in theaters November 7th.
Yeah,
So
lots of fun.
not too long to wait for that one. This next one, I don't know how I feel about this one.
You know what? I don't. Given the statements from both sides, I don't think there's any issues here.
I don't think so.
No.
But after 27 years, drummer Matt Cameron is leaving Pearl Jam.
I mean,
yeah,
people grow up. People,
maybe
move
his
on.
journey with Pearl Jam is complete, right? He did write a statement there. After 27 fantastic years, I have taken my final steps down the drum riser for the mighty Pearl Jam. Much love and respect to Jeff, Ed, Mike, and Stone for inviting me into the band in 1998 and for giving me the opportunity of a lifetime filled with friendships, artistry, challenges, and laughter. I am forever grateful to the crew, staff, and fans of the world. It's been an incredible journey, more to follow. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
I feel like that is I've just reached the natural conclusion of my time here for whatever reason. Maybe it's a family thing. Maybe it's I just have other musical ventures that I want to do. Maybe there's just something else going on in his life.
Yeah, it could be.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, apparently Gaz has the heat there now.
Oh, is that right? Oh, sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. It's
outside
awful.
than Emma Frost.
I mean, if you like that sort of thing.
Wow. She did, routinely parade around in basically lingerie. But
you don't say.
That was a Hellfire Club thing. But anyway, like you had said, Pearl Jam also put out their own statement. And they said, from being one of our first musical heroes in the band Skinnerd and the Mighty Soundgarden to playing our first demos in 1990, Matt Cameron has been a singular and true powerhouse of a musician and a drummer. He has propelled the last 27 years of Pearl Jam live shows and studio recordings. It was a deeply important chapter for our group, and we wish him well always. He will be deeply missed and is forever our friend in art and music. We love you, Matt.
Oh, that's good.
So,
that's good.
It's not like they're splitting on bad terms.
No.
So, that's good. And well wishes for whatever chapter he takes on next.
Yeah, man.
Apparently it's nice and cozy in San Diego, California. Good to know. If only you could, ship the weather.
Well, I mean, if you could control the wind, you could do that.
True. Well, according to some Republicans, they're going to write a bill to stop that.
What? To controlling
the weather. But let's not go there.
Okay.
But this next one, I am going to contradict what news outlets are saying, because some people are saying that Michael Douglas is retiring from acting. But all he has said is that he has no intention of acting again after his 6-decade career.
Oh, there was a direct quote. He said, "I'm basically retired."
Yeah, except
something special. Something special.
So,
sure.
As far as like your run of the mill,
really starting to look like his dad.
A little bit, yeah.
Really looking like his dad.
Yeah. But during an appearance at the Karlovy Vary International Film Festival in the Czech Republic, he said that he would only perform again if something special came up. So I'm kind of doubting that Hank Pym...
Yeah, you're not going to see him in a Marvel movie again.
He's going to be the special thing.
No.
Further quoted, "I've had a very busy career," and he's not wrong, but he has not worked since 2022 purposely because he realized he had to stop. So, he's getting up there, right? He continued in his quote, "I've been working pretty hard for almost 60 years, and I did not want to be one of those people who drop dead on the set." And
I don't think
blame him.
No, I wouldn't want that to happen either.
Yeah, he's put in his time. He's done his movies. His stuff will live on. Falling Down is still one of the best ones out there. Do you remember that one?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Love that one.
I still think of him as from Romancing the Stone and Jewel and Isle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what'll come back for the third one, Romancing the Wheelchair.
Maybe.
Jewel of the Bathroom. I don't know.
Yes, says Weather Dominator. We need a Weather Dominator.
Weather Dominator.
Isn't that the Mass device?
No, there are two different things.
Oh, never mind
Yeah,
then.
the mass device was a teleportation thing, and the weather dominator was to control the weather.
Well, shit, I need to learn up on my
And
geography.
I just feel like that mass device set that they've been teasing out with the elements, the rare earth elements coming with the figures,
Yeah.
almost says like, are we gonna get a classified scale
Thing.
mass device at some point?
Mm-hmm. Chris says, sounds like a movie to control the weather, or yes, they already did a movie called Geostorm.
Geostorm.
True. Gaz follows it up. Mr. Douglas, just one more film as Jack T. Colton. Just one more, buddy, please.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. But one final quote from Michael Douglas. He says, but otherwise, I'm quite happy. I just like to watch my wife work. Because he is still married to Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. And then the other one that was kind of co-headlining this because of their work.
This isn't new news.
No,
this has been around for a while. She said that a while ago.
Did she say that a while ago?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But it popped up in my
2024.
Fair enough. So I'm late to the party, but I'm covering it here.
I just feel like some of the clickbaity art sites
They have definitely
latched onto this and slapped them together because it was a father-daughter thing
in Quantumania.
Yeah.
But Evangeline Lilly also stepping away from acting. Might return one day.
Not new news.
No, apparently she's already stepped away. One quote from her: 10 years from now, where would I like to be? I'm terrified to admit this to the rest of the acting world, but ideally 10 years from now, I'd like to be a retired actress and have a family. I'd like to be writing and influencing people's lives in a humanitarian way. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, go get a family, do some humanitarian stuff. So, all the best wishes on their journeys, respectively. But we also have some box office results from this past weekend.
I contributed to the box office this weekend.
Did you? So
I did. Yeah. What did you see?
I went and saw Jurassic World.
So did I.
Chris says, I love being late.
Late to the party.
Well, that's my jam. So
that's all right. That's okay.
But anyway, Jurassic World Rebirth jumps to the #1 spot this week.
Was there any doubt that this was going to be the #1 movie of the weekend?
No. It pulled in 92 million domestic and apparently grossed total 147.8 million.
That's respectable for an opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get through the rest of the numbers, and then we'll circle back and talk about the movie.
Because it dethroned F1, which was in the #1 spot last weekend, but it only pulled in 25.7 million this week, bringing its total up to 109.2 million. Oddly enough, on the CNN ticker today, there was one little piece, and it kept saying F1 the movie racing towards a $300 million take.
As in worldwide?
I assume so.
I would think so.
But it's curious because they didn't have anything as it relates to Jurassic World. So I'm wondering, is F1 the movie produced by something associated with CNN's parent company?
Oh, well, isn't... wait, I don't even know who owns CNN.
I can't remember, but they are...
It's not like a...
They're associated with HBO Max.
Oh, somehow. So it's Warner. It's Warner Brothers then.
Yeah. But anyway, dropping out of the #2 spot into 3 is How to Train Your Dragon, still going. Pulled in another 11.2 million, bringing its total up to 224.2 million.
I know that I saw the original movie. I don't remember gushing about it.
I didn't see it.
No.
Still haven't seen it. Never watched any of the spin-off cartoons either. But falling from #3 to the 4th spot is Elio, pulling in another 5.7 million, bringing its total up to 55.1. And holding in the #5 spot is 28 Years Later, pulling in another 4.5 million.
That's good. That's good for them.
Yeah, it brings their total up to 60.2 million.
Yep. That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. Okay, let's circle back and talk a little bit. I don't want to spoil the movie for those of you who have not seen it, but let's talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. And what did you think?
Actually, I really like the intro because that was my #1 concern going in. Like, how the hell is there another island where stuff has just been,
I actually said that to Kim on the way home. I'm like, how many freaking sites did they own?
Well, this wasn't them though, because this was only 17 years prior. So original Jurassic Park, 32 years prior.
It's still InGen.
I know it's still InGen, but it was 17 years previous to this movie, which means Hammond and everybody was out of it by the time InGen was doing their mutations.
Yeah.
But
by the way, Gareth Edwards directed this one. Gareth Edwards, of course, got the directing credit for 2016's Rogue One, whether you like that one or not. I still feel like it's a great movie.
mm-hmm.
So I was excited to see another Gareth Edwards movie. By the way, Looper, also Gareth Edwards film.
Nice.
So you either, for me, I felt like there was so much. It's tough to say if it was out of love or out of nostalgia or just out of like, we just got to hit that little part of the brain that goes, oh, that's familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
But there were so many references to the original Jurassic Park that on some level, and some of them were kind of like, they were just like little visual things. Like we used the exact same signage on the electrical fences or something like that. And there were a few things like that. But then the sheer volume of them, at some point you kind of go like, I don't know.
See, I really like after you get the opening explanation as to why the hell this island is there.
Yeah.
And then you go to the civilians out on the ocean.
Yep.
I got such Jaws vibes from that.
Oh, so did I, for sure.
I was like, I would watch a whole movie of this.
But I feel like that's talking about the movies, the pacing of the movie. It wastes no time in getting going.
No.
Which is good. But they spend so much, like that whole sequence with the family out on the open water and the trying to get the Mosasaurus, that dominates, pardon the pun, that dominates the movie. That takes more time than anything else, which leaves like, when you basically, it's like, we got 3 dinos we got to go and get blood from.
Mm-hmm.
You spend most of that time with the Mosasaur. And a lot of it is Jaws, like it's underwater. So
very much
you kind of miss out on some stuff. But what you do see is freaking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't like that we spent that much time with the Mosasaur and not with the other 2 samples that we needed to get.
Yeah.
I didn't like, and I said this to you when we saw the trailer, and you can see it in the poster.
The Rancor?
The Xenomorph Rancor. It's not a dinosaur anymore.
It's the D-Rex.
It is a, like, it's not a dinosaur. It's a monster. It's a movie monster. Like, that's all there is to it. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I get it. Like, from a story point of view, it's like regular dinos weren't cutting it anymore. People were losing interest. So we'll just start making stuff.
Assumedly, this is where they cooked up the Indominus Rex.
Presumably, of course. Yeah. But it was such a departure. I was just like, no, this looks somewhere like, I got like a Cloverfield sort of feel from it. I got an Alien feel from it, and yes,
definitely for a few of those scenes.
Yeah, like I know the big bulbous head is from the whatever dinosaur that rams stuff.
Yeah,
but like, then we have raptors that I call them raptors because they can actually fly now.
Oh, the raptors were done dirty.
The raptors?
No, the real.
Oh yeah, they got
the leftover raptors. I was like, oh, raptors, crap, and then shit.
Yeah. But I do want to talk about that particular scene, which doesn't actually occur that way.
No, that is.
You've got that poster is actually
amalgamation,
2 different things.
Amalgamation.
The scene with the creature, the monster, when they're getting rescued, although like there should have been a whole lot more audio cues there to tell you what happened. I loved the visual of the way that it when the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That looked so freaking real to me. That was well done. Mm-hmm. So to all of the visual effects people who worked on this movie, job well done. Where do we go with it now?
You know what? I don't know where we go with it now because they didn't really. The ending is an ending. Like,
so like if they did nothing else, could be satisfied that it's over.
I think so.
Yeah, me too. I was satisfied a while ago.
The way they paint it, dinosaurs are starting to die out in the regions outside of the equator.
The Neo-Jurassic era, as it's called in the movie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a good movie. If you are a fan of the Jurassic franchise, if you've been along for the ride for the whole time, you will definitely want to add this one to your
stay on the
seen it list. It's worth going to. I love I do love some of the callbacks to Jurassic Park. I don't like all of them. I think that maybe he's a little too much.
The one I really liked was the doctor.
Being an intern of
Alan
Alan Grant.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
that was
like
cool.
a little, oh yeah, I studied
Studied under Alan Grant.
So we don't need to bring in Sam Neill, but he is there in spirit.
Yeah, he gets that sort of. And then they do that. They amalgamate other characters too. Like the corporate guy is both sort of the lawyer and Nedry. He's both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
that.
it's a secret island. It's not that secret.
No,
it's not that secret.
But it is not one of the 5 deaths. So we are away from Isla Morta.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wait, they're not trying to kaiju now, are they? They absolutely did.
Oh, they did. 100%.
They absolutely did. Yeah.
But yeah,
good movie.
Because of this, and Chris has a point here. Scarlett Johansson can rescue me any day. Because of this movie, she is now the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Oh, good for her.
So she is now top of the heap. So, yeah.
Good for her. Good movie. I liked it. Now get out of the way. I got to see Superman this weekend.
Yep. And the reviews are starting to come in good.
Yeah, well,
I've seen a lot of positive.
I have as well, but then you get all of the people who are screaming, "Oh, paid reviews! Oh, these early paid reviews!"
If they've seen it and reviewed it, run with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway,
I don't know. I like Superman, and so I don't care about that.
Yep.
I just want to see it. Oh, toys!
Some toys.
I do want to talk about toys.
All right. Well, let's talk some toys.
All right. What do you got?
We got a couple from Hasbro this week. I guess for folks that missed it the first time, we are getting a second chance at the Studio Series Voyager Movie 86 Autobot Blaster and Eject.
You know, I passed on him the first time. Did they package them together? I don't think that. Did they?
They did this time.
They didn't the first time around.
First time.
So I have a version of this mold.
Okay.
So I passed on the Studio Series. Where is he? I got to see. I don't know where the hell I put him.
He's on the Transformer.
I know. I'm looking at the Transformer shelves as I'm craning my head around to find. Oh, there he is. There he is over there. Let me go get him.
Okay. But yeah, this one comes with Ejector, the little or Eject, I'm sorry, tape, which is kind of nice because in the original 86, you didn't get a tape with them.
No, you didn't.
You had to buy them separately, right? So
I don't know if this is the same mold. Actually, it's slightly different. Slightly different. They did do a gentle retooling on the shoulders. No, they didn't. It's the same mold, just recolored.
Okay.
This one is the Kingdom Siege. I think it was in the Siege line. It's the exact same mold. So when I saw and like it wasn't very long after this line that we got the Studio Series 86, you see why I might have passed on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot going on there that we didn't already. Why are you not coming? Focus. There we go, Blaster. Focus. There you go. There's not a whole lot going on there that differentiates him from this one. So that's a reason why I kind of passed. And plus, I think this guy is a little bit more G1-y toy, whereas the Studio Series is meant to look more cartoony. So you've got both flavors if you want them. Did I get a tape? Let me just see what's in here. Wait, I have a tape.
Uh-oh.
I just don't know how to get them open. It's been a while since I played with this.
That was
There we go. I did get a tape.
Oh, there
and I did get him, but he's done in translucent. So get back in there.
So maybe you need to get this one to get the not translucent.
No, I don't. Honestly, like, see, that's the slippery slope, man. And this is the thing. I've been a Transformer collector for a long time now, so I am totally used to. Oh, there's a new mold of this character that I like. Oh, is it better than the one I have? Okay, I got to get that one. And I've done that since I started collecting Transformers. So like for what? For oh my God, has it been that long?
I don't know.
17, 18 years? 18 years that I've been actively collecting Transformers.
There you go.
Yeah, so I just don't see the need to replace with this one. Although I did do it for Springer. Studio Series 86 Springer. I did get him because they did some remolding with him, so it was definitely worth it.
Chris says maybe.
Oh, maybe Blockies will make one. Maybe.
But moving on here, sticking with Transformers, this one is a Takara Tomy Synergex Series Transformers Macross 7 crossover, Basara Prime.
So at first I'm like, Macross?
Mm-hmm.
Macross crossover? And I was like, oh, Macross 7, who cares? I mean, I'm not, if you had just done Macross, I would have been all over this.
But the fact that he's now a Prime.
I don't care that he's mixed with Optimus Prime. I will say this. It's hitting some of the elements that make Macross, and that is like the musical.
Mm-hmm.
Music is a big part of the Macross series because they don't all, like all the iterations of Macross, they are not all interconnected. There's only a couple of them. I think Macross and Macross 2, I think, are definitely connected. But I don't understand why the what looks like a modified version of Rodimus's Winnebago trailer.
It's for his trailer / stage.
Like, does that even become part of the aircraft?
I don't think it becomes part of the aircraft, but it definitely is part of the vehicle mode.
Yeah, that is straight up a reuse of the Kingdom. It looks like the Kingdom Rodimus trailer, which it's okay. It's okay. But this is definitely not, this is not for me.
It comes with swappable faceplates, authentic Takara Tomy design, original packaging with Japanese language instructions. Goes between robot, Gerwalk, fighter jet, and vehicle mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
The trailer, like I said, opens up into a stage with speakers and a microphone for dynamic display, and an attachable guitar with blaster accessories to complete the look.
Man, I have to agree with Chris. Chris says it gives me Robotech feel when he's in jet mode. Right. And of course, Robotech, the 3 disparate anime series that were cobbled together and then redubbed for English and packaged as Robotech. The first part of that being an adaptation of Macross, the original Macross. If they had done the original Macross, I'd have been all over this. Yeah. Arguably, the Transformer crossover Maverick figure does Robotech better than this figure.
Fair enough.
Despite the nearly translucent plastic they used. Anyway, enough about that. Cool toy. I feel that they will sell a lot of these, but I will not be getting one.
Fair enough. We've got some new product shots. I guess this is the final product photography for a Fantastic Four foe.
I like it the way you said it. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
But this has been like a sought after figure for a long time. And it's kind of neat that he's getting a redo. But I guess if you pre-ordered him, you'll be getting him later this summer. But it is from the Marvel Legends series, Dragon Man. And
He's pretty cool. When's the last time they did one of these?
Oh, it has been years, if not.
Did we get him? Has Hasbro done him, or was he a Toy Biz?
It might have still been Toy Biz. When they did him last, but I can't say for sure. But he comes with alternate wings.
All right.
A little Future Foundation book, alternate hands, glasses.
Let me ask you, because you're the BAF guy.
Yeah.
How much of this is reuse?
I'm gonna say not too much.
There's no Abomination in there?
I don't believe so.
No? Okay.
I don't believe so. Maybe a little in the lower torso, but yeah. Josh says pass.
I think that was in reference to the Transformer.
It could be. Chris says, I believe they showed this at San Diego Comic-Con last year. I think they do, yeah. Because, it had been in development for quite a while, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be coming out this summer, so hopefully it'll drive the price down a little bit on the older one, but, we'll see. Switching over to McFarlane from the DC Countdown storyline, we get Monarch.
Who?
I am not familiar with this character at all.
He looks like a cross between the New Gods and the Monitor.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But he is available for pre-order at select retailers now. 7-inch scale figure, and they're calling it a phygital figure again because you get the physical and the digital.
I don't get it.
I don't. But includes a base and an art card. So, and a McFarlane collectible redeemable code.
I tell you, you want to do something cool in the digital space? Make a video game.
Where you can play as your character.
Make a video game, whether it's a Street Fighter kind of thing or like a Marvel Ultimate Alliance thing, like a 3/4 top-down adventure game. And when I buy the figure, my digital reward is that character in the game. Do that. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I feel like it's like, we're going to get into NFTs. And it just doesn't make sense to me.
No. Josh says, nice, but pass.
Me too, Josh.
See, like,
me too.
They had this idea back when they were doing the Wii for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Yeah.
The original thought was they were going to give you a little scanner deal.
Okay.
To plug into your Wii. And you could actually feed your own personal collection in and play with your own deck.
So Skylanders.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But this, a lot more complex because you'd be feeding like at minimum 40 cards into it. But
that's not a bad not a bad idea. How about the digital reward as a Fortnite skin?
Yeah, at least
that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Then you're not developing, you're not writing a whole lot of code.
You're just kind of piggybacking on a collaboration.
No, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, if you play Fortnite, which means I would never get any use out of it.
Next up, we get from the Teen Titans back in the 80s, we get Nightwing.
And that's very classic Nightwing. Wow.
Disco Nightwing for sure.
Disco. Yeah, it's true.
But, he's not a bad looking figure. I mean, he screams 80s.
If I didn't know that this character came out in the 80s, I would say that he was a child of the 70s.
Pretty close, yeah.
When I look at that costume.
Another one that is a fidgetal figure. So it includes the Batarang, the base, the art card, and a collectible redeemable code.
Let me ask you this. The yellow accents on the front, are those supposed to be feathers?
I don't know for sure.
Are they like an homage to the evolution from Robin?
Maybe.
Are they Robin feathers?
Maybe.
Kind of wonder if that's what.
Because it is Dick Grayson, right?
Yeah. No, of course. Of course it is.
Yeah.
I've grown up. I've moved on from you, Batman. I'm now Disco Nightwing.
Chris says it screams 70s. Yes,
yeah. So does.
Next up here from McFarlane, we have the Stephanie Brown version of Batgirl. Another fidgetal figure.
I don't know this character.
I'm not super familiar, but there was a whole lot of Batgirls at one point.
Got soft goods, though.
Yeah, soft goods cape. Includes the grapnel gun, a Batarang base, art card, and redeemable code. Sean says, that looks like a nice figure.
The Nightwing or the Batgirl?
I'd say the Batgirl over the Nightwing, but if you're going for that version of the Teen Titans, you kind of need that Nightwing. And what's a McFarlane without another Batman? This one from the No Man's Land story. Another fidgetal figure, 2 extra hands, Batarang, base, and art card, plus redeemable code.
I don't mind this one.
It's just a straight up Batman. Blue and gray, but a little bit darker.
The gray is darker. You get a bit of a stern look, eh?
Chris says, I like the purple and black. We can call her Purple Rain Batgirl.
Purple Rain Batgirl. I like
nice.
it. I like it. That's good.
Josh.
Yay, exactly. Another Batman. Yeah, I know.
Yep. Wouldn't be McFarlane without another Batman.
I mean, he's only got, so many months left to put as many out as he can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sean says it was the Nightwing.
Ah, the Nightwing. Yeah, okay.
Fair enough. This next one caught me off guard because I didn't think they had the license for it, but McFarlane is getting in on the 50th anniversary of Jaws with a 1/48th scale resin statue available for pre-order for a limited time, but it is a 4.5 inch by 8.9 inch by 9.9 inch statue, and it features a light up base that illuminates the water.
Didn't we just look at something like this?
We did. Mondo put out that freaking colossal vinyl.
Yeah. Okay.
Where he's going through the cage, towing along the barrels, but this is basically him jumping on the back of the boat at the end of the movie.
48th scale.
Yeah.
So it doesn't scale with anything.
Not really.
Except itself, another 48 scale.
Yeah, you're putting this on your shelf by itself. Maybe with some NECA figures around it, but
do we need? I like it.
I like it, but
I
honestly,
like it. I think
like
it's interesting.
Mondo one better.
I don't. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't know if I like the 50th anniversary text.
right
Like
under
we know
you.
it's Jaws. We know it's Jaws. We know it's an anniversary, and you could have put that like like on those Polystone statues that
Yeah, where
like
you flip it over and it's like a
has all
little
the information
stamp.
on the bottom.
Yeah,
You could have stamped that on the bottom. I feel that 50th anniversary takes away from
the Jaws itself.
yeah, like the Jaws text is already sort of a muted color, like that red brick color.
Yeah, it should be more of a vibrant.
The 50th anniversary is even duller than that. Like it just doesn't look good against the water, the lit up water.
Oh, that would have been nice. Does it have the Jaws soundtrack? I do not
Yeah,
believe
that'd
it
be
does,
cool.
because that would be cool. A little button, just play it and away you go. Right? But what's Gaz saying here?
Todd Father, this is getting a little nuts, don't you think? I mean, this Batman obsession. You should just go back to DC and draw him for a year or two and get it out of your system.
Could you imagine if he went back and did that?
Well, no, but then they let him do the McFarlane Batman for the line, and it was Bat Spawn.
Yeah,
I didn't like it with the curly cued shoulder. I don't like that.
fair enough.
Not everything is Spawn.
Even Spawn wasn't Spawn. He was just Spider-Man. You remember the original
I
designs?
mean, Spider Pool. No, you're right. You're right.
But sticking with McFarlane, we got one from the McFarlane Elite Edition stuff. From the Persona 3 Reload game, which I've never played, so I don't know about it.
Nor have I.
But the protagonist is available for pre-order now. I'm assuming this is an anime or something based game.
Definitely anime influence for sure.
But it boasts premium paint and ultra articulation, whatever that means. Includes the Evoker, a sword, 4 swappable faceplates, 5 alternate hands, art card with stand, tarot card, and elite points card. You can be using your elite points to redeem for one-of-a-kind rewards, which I guess they will reveal later. But yeah, they're saying to celebrate Anime Expo with this elite action figure from the iconic Persona 3 Reload game.
Right.
I don't know much about it, so yeah. But we do have a couple page punchers from McFarlane, and oddly enough, they're not Batman.
Okay.
First up, from the Reign of the Supermen, we get Superboy. And he comes with 2 extra hands, art card, and base, plus a reprint of Superboy #1.
Sorry, this is a page puncher?
Yeah. Well, it's not the 3-inch or the 2.5-inch.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
the
did
7-inch
those
scale.
page puncher figures suddenly get like a whole lot better?
A lot of them did, yeah. Well, like I believe that Supergirl one was a page puncher one as well that got stolen.
Yeah.
Which we still haven't solved.
No.
Never will.
So funny that did you add that comic cover, or is that the
No, that's right on the.
So why is he not wearing the freaking jacket?
That is the question, because he was always wearing that leather jacket.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
But I don't know. Other than that, he looks like an okay figure, especially with the Cyborg Superman and Steel that they just released.
No, that's true.
So you're gonna round out sort of.
I think we could maybe steal a leather jacket from a Roddy Piper or a Ronda Rousey,
maybe
a WWE figure. Maybe add it to that. Little skinny needs a sandwich for dinner.
Yeah, he's a clone. What are you gonna do?
I think it was for the anime guy.
Yeah. But this other one pops up in the Page Puncher series, and it is from Wonder Woman #1. So it is the original version of Wonder Woman.
So I saw this, and I showed it to Kim because she's got a small Wonder Woman collection. I said, "Do you need this?" And she's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Okay, we'll wait till see when it hits the shelf."
Fair enough. Chris is on there too. What the hell? No soft
No
goods
soft
jacket?
goods jacket.
Sucks.
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you.
Gaz. Forgive me, Todd Father. I didn't mean that, buddy. I'm just a little sore that you haven't done a Huey Lewis figure yet.
Has he done Real World?
Yeah, they did that Music Maniacs one where you got
right.
I believe Rob Zombie, Flavor Flav, I think Ozzy Osbourne, and a couple more.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but
yeah.
under that banner.
You're right.
But that's where
I just meant
Huey
recently.
Lewis,
Recently, there was like there was a Bon Scott. There was an Angus Young.
I think so.
It was a Slash. Yeah.
But this one here, 4 extra hands, art card, and base, plus a reprint of Wonder Woman #1. So, yeah. And then our last McFarlane one of the evening is the Batman Who Laughs and the Merciless in a collector 2-pack. And it's from Dark Knight's Metal, so I'm not super familiar with it, but they look pretty good.
So what's going on here? Is this Merciless guy? Who is that?
I am not 100% sure.
Why is he rocking the Wonder Woman logo on his chest?
I don't know.
Has he murdered everybody? Is everybody dead?
He might be. I'm pretty sure the Joker-looking Batman, though, is Bruce Wayne from an alternate universe driven mad by whatever.
All right.
I think. I'm not 100% sure. Didn't read it all, but...
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with the storyline.
Yeah.
Dang it! Can't we go pinless? We need more modern figure articulation. Damn you, McFarlane.
Oh, poor McFarlane. But yeah, set includes a sword, unmasked merciless head, large figure display base, and art cards. And yeah, if those are 7-inch figures, that display base is huge.
This figure looks pretty cool. The Joker Who Laughs. I've never been a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I don't care about the story. I don't like the look of the character.
Yeah.
This other guy though,
he looks pretty cool. He looks like he could be a stand-in for Ares or something.
Like he could fit in with your Mythic Legions or something.
Easily.
I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's definitely some custom fodder there if you'd really wanted to.
Mm-hmm. But moving over to Super 7, I like this one. I know this is not up your alley because it glows in the dark, but it is the Mars Attacks Ultimates Martian. And it comes with alternate hands, weapons.
Now, does the whole thing glow in the dark or just the head?
I'm guessing the whole thing has got some element of glow in the dark. But it's up for pre-order now at Super 7. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
There's the answer. Merciless is a corrupted evil Batman from Earth 12. Okay, thank you for that.
So many Earths. But I'm not sure what else is coming in this wave. But it says you order the whole wave and you will get an alternate, basically blasted head and a broken bubble, which is a great little addition to it. But if that's all you're getting, maybe this is a single figure wave.
Maybe.
Josh says bug.
Blah.
But I like this movie. It's good to see it finally getting some action figures. And then one more from Super 7. We get Vulture Man from the Thundercats wave.
That's not bad looking.
Yeah, he's fully articulated with the 80s villain detail. Comes complete with a signature claw staff, extra hands, and an alternate head. And pre-order is available for him right now.
They definitely did more. Super 7 has done more with Thundercats than Mattel ever did. So good for them for getting that whole thing sorted out and being able to go as long as they have with it.
Chris says, didn't Super 7 do this figure years ago or NECA? It's possible they did the Martian years ago.
Oh, the Martian figures.
If it's just a recolor to glow in the dark,
Yep.
Josh says, I hated that movie. Aw. But it had Danny DeVito in it.
And Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, him too.
The extra figure should be Tom Jones. Yeah.
And as far as the Vulture Man, Josh says, that's nice.
Nice.
It's a good looking Vulture Man. I'm not going to post that one because the hell with that.
We can just block them.
Yeah, I think we can.
There we go. Block. Up. There
it is.
Block.
There.
Bye-bye.
But that does bring us to the end of our toy section.
Well, you know what it means. It means I got to wind up the old machine here and get ready to play because it's time for...
Lyrics. It's misheard lyrics. Lyrics. It's misheard lyrics. Tonight.
Josh gets it in 1 second flat.
I know. Sonic Sniper, man.
I know this one. I don't think we're gonna need music tonight. I think this
Probably.
will be an all hands on. We'll all be like, me, I know.
Fair enough. All right. Your misheard lyric for the evening is living like a woman with a red iPhone.
I mean, I don't think I need to tell you the clue. I mean, it's right there. Anyway, we are looking for the correct song title. Anything else other than that, that's all gravy. but we need the song title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to play the sounder. I'm just going to wait for your answers to roll in because this one is pretty easy. As we wait in the silence. Wow. Nobody's getting this one.
Josh, what are you doing? Come on now.
Wow. Nobody knows what this is? Nobody?
Anyone?
Anybody?
Maybe we do need the sounder.
Anybody? Hello? Guys?
There he is.
Hey. Okay, so it wasn't exactly like 2 seconds.
Josh says, "Pour some sugar on me"
All right.
by Def Leppard.
Well, hang on a second. Now I got to go back to my other thing, my other bank of sounds.
And Chris says, "I have no clue." But
That's
yes,
about right.
Josh
That's
is
about right.
correct. Actual lyric: "Living like a lover with a radar phone."
Listen, it couldn't have been iPhone in 1987.
I know.
What, Def Leppard predict the future?
Maybe.
All right, if you don't remember the lyric, it sounds just like this. Living like a lover with a red iPhone.
Oh, Josh is still at work. That'd be why.
Hey, well, good for you, man. You juggled that one very well.
Mm-hmm. But as you said, it is "Pour Some Sugar on Me" by Def Leppard from their 1987 album Hysteria. By them from their album Hysteria, reached number 2 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart on July 23rd of 1988. "Pour Some Sugar on Me" is considered the band's signature song, and it was ranked number 2 on VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 80s.
Every time we bring up Def Leppard, I can gush about this record for hours, and I'm not going to. This
is the album you're taking to the island.
This is my desert. This is my desert island. Sorry, this is my deserted island record. By the way, that episode is coming. The deserted island. You're all invited.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the meaning of success. He needs our more, so he gives less. They call him a winner who takes all, and he strikes like
thunder. ...
Do you know that one?
No.
Gaz always hit me back with another lyric that I don't know. Some obscure thing that I've never heard, or something that I actually know that I just don't know. Pour some lyrics on me.
Nice.
Yeah.
But that is our thing tonight. Congratulations, Josh, as always.
You get another one of these because you deserve it.
Yeah. Moving on here. I got this in my email, so I'm kind of stoked about this one.
Wait. You getting like pop culture news directly now?
Some.
All right.
But apparently,
whose mailing list are you on?
Fan Expos.
That's fair.
But coming to Fan Expo this year, in her first appearance ever.
What? Not just first time in Canada?
First ever convention appearance. Mary Steenburgen is coming to Fan Expo.
That's not a recent picture.
Yeah.
That's not a recent photo.
Oh, there you go.
Thunderball. Of course it's Thunderball.
Well, I had thunder.
As soon as you said that, yeah.
But yeah, she will be coming to Fan Expo. You will know her from Back to the Future 3, Step Brothers, Elf, and
a bunch of other things. Yeah.
But like top of the line for me, Back to the Future. If you're chasing down that franchise as far as autographs and meeting the stars of it.
Well, it's Mrs. Doc Brown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's a possible reason to go to Fan Expo.
Are you kidding me, man? That is a very that's soon. That's September.
Yeah,
and that's right around Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
So that's I mean, there's a reason why I don't go to the show. It's a madhouse. I can't do it. Is she Mary Poppins as well?
I'm not sure.
In the remake? No, I don't think so.
Don't know. But the image there on the right is her from Back to the Future 3.
Oh, I thought that was her from Road to Avonlea. Little Canadian joke.
Yeah, there you go. But speaking of Canadian stuff, have you seen the commercial for the international heist menu at McDonald's?
I watched it today because you asked me to, but I have to tell you, I was at McDonald's earlier this week and saw the menu board and went, "What is all this?"
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, in an unexpected twist, we have linked to the commercial in the show notes if you have not seen it, but they say beloved McDonald's favorites from around the world have been stolen and are disappearing and showing up at Canadian McDonald's, including Japan's teriyaki chicken sandwich, Belgium's Biscoff McFlurry, Italy's McPizza Bites, and Germany's Big Rosti.
I had to look that up, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you look it up what the Big Rosti is?
No, I didn't.
I did.
What is it?
It's essentially a quarter pounder with cheese with a hash brown on it. And then it's got cheese sauce. And the bun, instead of having a sesame seed bun, it is a rolled oat bun.
Neat.
Yeah.
But, they put multiple versions of this commercial out. And the question is, who's behind the heist?
Well, according to that, it's a very old version of Speed Racer.
Could be. But the colors are what's important there.
The white and red?
The white and red and black.
And black. Okay.
Because they've put all these clues throughout it.
Yeah.
And my interest is piqued because I read something online where somebody went into a McDonald's and said, "Do you know who Grimace is?" to one of the employees. And the employee said, "No, who's Grimace?" It made me feel old.
Are you saying the Hamburglar's up to it?
Well, if you take a look at all the clues they've laid out.
Well, there's a card with the Hamburglar right on it.
Exactly. And do people even remember this fellow? Because all the info here, the red shoes, the striped pants, the hamburger tie, the red gloves.
Oh,
it is 100%.
It's got to be the Hamburglar. He's gone around the world stealing all the international flavors and brought them to Canada.
Which is funny because previously, anytime he would steal in commercials, he would be thwarted. But they'd still be like, come on in, have a cheeseburger. But if you listen closely in the commercial, you actually hear rubble, rubble, rubble. So to the folks that designed this commercial, kudos to you for keeping that whole
rubble,
the tradition of the mascot alive while still not bluntly throwing it in your face.
I kind of miss the mascots, to be honest.
I do.
Yeah.
Like Chris says here,
Mayor McCheese.
Exactly.
Yep.
Mayor McCheese, Birdie, which they kind of touched on in the recent Minecraft campaign, because you could get a zombie Hamburglar.
Yeah.
Or a birdie with an elytra set of wings.
Cool.
Chris says, "Why don't we get McDonald pizza bites in the States?" Dang you, McDonald's. Yeah, because I guess they're just testing it in Canada right now. But if you do not remember, the Hamburglar is a McDonald character featured in commercials since 1971. Always attempted to steal hamburgers from McDonald Land for himself. But he was voiced by Howard Morris in most of the commercials.
Okay.
Charlie Adler in some of the 80s commercials and the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. Carl W. Wolf did some of the 90s commercials for him. And he was portrayed by Tommy Vincini, or Vicini. Vinci? I'm sorry. Name butcher.
Vicini. That's what I'm saying.
He's not Vincini.
Vicini.
He's not Vincini. I don't know what he do. From 92 to 2003. But there was brief stints in the 80s sharing the role with 20-year veteran Frankie Delfino. So, Hamburglar making an inadvertent comeback in the commercials.
Very cool.
I like it.
Gaz with the Fan Expo Boston rundown. We got Frank Miller, Greg Capullo, Jeff Loeb, Joe Quesada, Arthur Adams, Simon Beasley, David Finch, Klaus Jansen, Jai Lee, and Stephen Platt. Mind blown.
I've met a handful of them.
Did you?
That's an awesome lineup.
Wait, I gotta wonder if that works better if I do this. Mind blown.
There you go.
It doesn't work as good as I thought it would.
You mean the mechanic from the Chip Show? I'm not sure.
Wow, that's a good question. That is a good question.
Yeah. Anyway, Hamburglar. Love it. Go try the new stuff, I guess. Or don't. Moving on. How about some history?
Oh, yeah, sure, man. Let's do it.
Well, on this day in 1913, the Erector set finally got a patent.
Can you say that on the air?
I think so. It's still an Erector set. You have to erect things as you build them. And once you've built them, you've made an erection.
I guess so. It has been erected.
Gaz says, "Oh, snap, he does." Okay. And Josh says, "I had a fig as a kid. He had a burger in his hand."
That's very cool.
Nice. But yeah, on this day, Alfred...
Hey, here's a funny story. Erector and Meccano.
Yeah.
They're now the same company. They're owned by the same people.
Kind
It's the same thing now.
of like Hot Wheels and Matchbox.
And Matchbox, but they're branded separately.
Yeah, which is
These are not. It's all Meccano now.
Meccano Erectors.
Yep.
Chris says,
It's as hard as steel. Oh, why do I not have it set up? Oh, where is it? Where is it?
"Where's the badum?
Where's my drum beat? Oh,
Oh no!"
there it is.
There you go. Yeah. On this day, when Alfred Carlton Gilbert received a patent for his erector set, which became incredibly popular, originally sold in a wooden box with metal beams in various lengths, but regularly spaced holes, used bolts and nuts, and you could create different buildings, structures, whatever, and then just take it apart and do something new.
Yeah, exactly.
By 1924, the set featured over 70 different types of parts. And when Gilbert passed away in 61, his company began to lose sales, which led to filing for bankruptcy in 67. New colorful plastic parts were added, but it was hard to compete with other building sets, like you say, Meccano. In the late 1990s, a Disney engineer, Mark Sumner, used his set to build a working model for what became the Soarin'
Yeah, soaring,
Ride?
soaring, like soaring, like
Yeah.
flying.
At Epcot and Disney's California Adventure. So, yeah. I
You
did
said
say
wood.
I said wooden. Now say it again. On this day in 1948, children's performer Raffi was born.
That's not a recent photo either.
No, it's not. Raffi Cavoikian, known professionally as Raffi, American-Canadian singer-lyricist, born in Egypt, best known for children's music. In 1992, the Washington Post called him the most popular children's singer in the English-speaking world. Have you ever heard Banana Phone? It rocks.
Well, now that you say that,
Ring, 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 Banana Phone.
maybe I've heard it.
Boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
Clearly you have.
Yes, I have. But yeah, he developed his career as a global troubadour.
Troubadour.
And became a music producer, author, entrepreneur, and founder of the Raffi Foundation for Children, honoring an initiative focused on the promoting children's rights and well-being. So, like, champion for kids. Also being involved in advocacy for environmental and social causes, often addressing issues like commercial exploitation of children and climate change through his music and public appearances. So, Chris says, is he more popular than Mr. Rogers?
Oh, I don't know.
I would think so in this day and age.
No, I think it's
mean,
apples and oranges,
It
right?
is.
Like,
It's like Mr. Rogers is from a different time, right?
but Mr. Rogers isn't a singer.
No.
I would say like, and maybe this is only applicable to people here in Canada, but I would say like Raffi and like I would put him up against Fred Penner.
Or Sharon Lois and Bram.
Right. I don't think I wouldn't put him up against someone like Fred Rogers
I
or
would put Fred Rogers up against Mr. Dressup.
you don't have to put them up together. You know their story though.
Yes, yes.
They are friends or
Yeah.
were friends.
But, yeah. On this day in 1992, Melrose Place first aired.
Yep.
And if you haven't watched that, I know there was a reboot, but it was an American primetime television soap opera aired on Fox from July 8th, 92 to May 24th, 1999 for 7 seasons. It follows the lives of a group of young adults living in an apartment complex in West Hollywood, California. Created by Darren Star for Fox, it was executively produced by Aaron Spelling, same dude from 90210. Season 1 and 2 were broadcast on Wednesdays at 9 p.m., right after Beverly Hills, so it kind of, a whole block.
Did it spin out of 90210?
Yeah.
It did,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In 1994, though, for its third season and the rest of its run, it did move to Monday night at 8. So, Heather Locklear, I guess, was the only one to do all 7 seasons.
Right.
And then it got rebooted some time ago in the 2000s anyway. But
Yeah.
what's Gaz saying?
Oh, Bill Watterson, creator of the greatest comic strip ever, Calvin and Hobbes, was born on July 5th, 1958.
Nice.
Happy birthday, sir.
Mm-hmm. And then circling back to our unfortunate loss at the beginning, on this day in 2005, the Fantastic Four movie opened in theaters.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And we were never the same.
Nope. Based on the superhero team of the same name created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, It was directed by Tim Story and released by 20th Century Fox.
I don't need a chickless cameo. I don't need a Chris Evans cameo. I don't need these
We've
people.
already had the Chris Evans cameo.
What I'm saying is, I don't need them to show up in this new movie.
No. But we got a couple more things to get through here. As we had mentioned last week, the verdict did come in. The trial is now over. They are awaiting sentencing, but Diddy.
He did some.
He got.
He did some.
But he
did some.
Got acquitted of the most serious stuff. So on the offense of racketeering conspiracy, he was found not guilty. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, not guilty. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, a second count, not guilty. But he was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution.
Do we know what the maximum penalty is for those?
10 years
So
is the maximum penalty for each of those charges.
If they sentence him, they could sentence him to serve those out
as consecutive.
Yeah, consecutive,
20 years
not
total.
concurrent. Yeah.
But they have gone through and updated as of this morning to have the date remain October 3rd for sentencing. The defense is looking to get him to do a prison sentence of 21 to 27 months.
Yeah.
But prosecutors are asking for a sentence of 51 to 63 months behind bars.
Oh, so he's not going away for that long.
No, he's not. But he will receive credit for time that he has served since his September 2024 arrest. When the verdict was announced outside the courthouse, supporters started chanting "Free Diddy" and spraying each other with baby oil. And I'm not kidding. They actually friggin' did that. But the whole thing has spawned a whole bunch of memes online. And
well, I see that.
The 2 we've got here. For some strange reason, the charges against Diddy just didn't stick. And then the lubricator.
That's
so, and there's no end to them. Yeah. So I guess we gotta he's still in jail. Like, they denied him bail until sentencing. So,
well, that's good because
he's in until October.
Denied bail. They think he's a flight risk.
Yeah, and he is. I mean, the dude flew away from the investigation, right? So, Chris says, I just watched because of Jessica Alba. Yeah, she was an attractor to that film. Quite liked her in Idle Hands. But Gaz says, how about the charge of an obscene amount of use of baby oil? That's something
there was some dry babies, let me tell you.
Oh, man.
My baby's chafing. Who's got all the oil? Diddy, I need save my baby.
It's not a crime to lubricate, though. Sadly. But yeah. So we will find out just how long he is going away for on October 3rd. Our final item of the night, I know you haven't seen it yet, but Rick and Morty's most recent episode actually got James Gunn and Zack Snyder.
Oh, I saw a little clip of this.
To do a parody of themselves.
I was like, is that really the voices?
It is.
It was
they
them, eh?
Okay. Season 8, episode 7, Ricker Than Fiction, which aired this past Sunday, had them both on there as parodies of themselves. And James Gunn is producing a TV series or a movie series called Maximum Velocity.
Yeah.
So you have all these weird plant creatures versus these robotic trees. And basically they watch the most recent movie and Rick is like, this sucks. I got to go speak to the manager. They go confront James Gunn, who has the script for the next one already. So they steal the script and he goes back and creates the Movielizer, feeds it in so they can do a better version of it.
Yep.
But inevitably they get sucked into the machine and it's up to Jerry to kind of guide them through it. It's a fun little romp.
That's funny.
But they did say, they asked them to do this and they're like, yeah, sure. So James Gunn was doing it before he was going off to shoot Superman.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess Zack Snyder's been like, yeah, I'll do whatever. I'll come back, all that stuff. And they do have like a little face-to-face in the Warner Brothers commissary.
Yeah.
And Snyder starts ribbing him about his, and he says, word of advice, he's the man of steel, not the man of conversation.
That's funny.
But Snyder tells him about Rick Sanchez that that's the guy who sealed Christopher Nolan in a giant bookcase to punish him for Interstellar. He doesn't represent real fans. He's just the smartest man in the universe. Don't sweat it. He can't do what we do, probably. It's a fun little episode, so if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, check it out. But that does bring us to our final item of the evening.
What? It's time once again.
It
Almost time to
is.
say goodbye, but we can't say goodbye until we have our segment with Andy. He's out there. He's in the aisles. He is hunting for you and I, so we can save a few dollars. Wow.
Couple bucks.
Brain farted that one. We can save some money with this week's toy hunting tip at Dollarama.
Well, this week in the aisles, you'll probably find these ones. They're Playmobil Wiltopia animal packs.
Wiltopia.
I clicked that, didn't I? There it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, they're little,
Oh,
Playmobil
wild.
animals.
Like wild? Like wild?
Yeah. Wiltopia, they call them.
Why didn't they put the D in there? It would have
I
been
don't
much
know.
easier to.
It would have been Wildtopia. But they're selling them for $4 a piece. Regularly, these retail for between $6.99 and upwards of $40, depending on which character. The other thing that's showing up, it's actually making its second go through, is the Monopoly Surprise Community Chest boxes,
Oh, yeah.
which go for $5, regular $10.99 US and up. But those are, in essence, extra game pieces for your Monopoly game.
That's cool.
Little coins and
Like tokens.
actual little metal tokens for
Yeah.
dollars. It's a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
nice set. So yeah,
And these are blind?
they are blind, but there's only, I think, 3 or 4 different variations on it.
I would hate to buy 3 boxes and get all the same.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what's out there this week.
We need the Barney song for the end of the stream, maybe? No!
No way.
No!
No Barney.
No. Oh, man. So we come to the end of another Random Fandom. As always, it has been an absolute blast hanging out with everybody who stuck around for the whole show tonight. Thank you very much to those of you who commented on the show. Oh, there's another commenter right there. There's Kay. Hey, great show, guys. Have a great time tomorrow. Yes, I am so excited to go see The Weirdness tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'll be like, I like Transformers. Thank you for being in Transformers.
How about what? I don't even remember doing that.
No, I'm pretty sure he'll remember.
Oh yeah,
He'll remember, especially if I have my Wreck-Gar action figure with me.
there you go.
Will I look ridiculous as
No.
if I show up with Wreck-Gar in my hand? Hi.
Not at all.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Chris.
much. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that.
Oh,
Silver Spider. Welcome, sir. Lurking in the background. I knew you were there.
I didn't. I'm not attuned.
So wait a minute. What's going on?
Well, I guess we got Back in Black.
We
on
do. We are
Sunday,
back this week.
because Hank is back from camping.
Hank should be back from camping. I don't know what day it is. What's today?
I think it's Tuesday.
So he's back, I think, tomorrow. I will have this week's slides put together for us later this week. But if you haven't already voted, you can check out the social media, all of our socials, and you can vote on this Sunday's best figure in show. That figure will win the Jack Porkins Medal of Badassery. And it's a pretty good assortment this week.
Mm-hmm. Just a
Yeah,
bunch of
so
reissues.
go check that out and do vote. What's Gas saying? You know, when I play Monopoly, I use a NECA Godzilla figure so I can crush my adversary's property.
It brings down the property value.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it.
Nice.
I would totally do that. All right, man. I got nothing else. What about you?
I am done.
All right, folks. Thanks again. We'll see you on Sunday for Back in Black series. Otherwise, same time next Tuesday for more Random Fandom. Until then, I'm your host, Wes.
I'm Andy.
We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.